Good day, everyone. Dragon Source here. This video is very important. The creation light ship is bullshit. It always was bullshit. False light. I was too blinded by the light to see it, because it found me at a very low point in my life, and it gave me a sense of hope. I could feel it was doing something, although I wasn't sure what. And then I got sucked into the cult ideologies of it, and, you know, I guess you could say the indoctrination. Sure, there's probably a lot of truth in it. I can't say I totally regret it, because I was able to get a lot more information about how the dark side actually operates. I learned about the physiological, or I guess you could say the auric structure of the body, all the different bodies we have, all the different ways we could be tampered with or interfered with, So it did provide a lot of useful information, but ultimately it was false light. They were stealing my energy, they were taking my money, and they were leading me down a long road to nowhere. And I'm sorry to any of you who actually followed me down that road to nowhere. Based on the lack of viewership and comments, I'm assuming very little of you actually did light ship clearings, but if you did, I'm sorry, and I know how you can fix it. I know a woman on Threads, and she has what's called seal breaking authority. Seal breaking authority, what is that? It means any kind of spiritual contract, she can just whoosh, evaporate it. Just like that. So I can give you her contact. You can follow me on Instagram, or request to follow me on Instagram. It's dragon_source, spelled just how it sounds, and I'll send you her contact info. She can clear the Soul Star contract I talked about in my short. She can clear your birth certificate contract. I'm not talking about legal paperwork. I mean the esoteric contract that's actually binding you on a spiritual level. Who gives a shit about the paperwork? Okay. She cleared the false light energies that were inside my body from doing clearings through the light ship and other healers before. Anything out of resonance, she was able to clear that out with the golden Christ light. I had attunements done on me for the planetary energies, not the archontic mimic planets, okay? The ones that are responsible for the negative aspects in astrology. I mean the primordial raw energies: Saturn, law, order, the timekeeper, the crown, right? Jupiter, expansion, fairness. You could look at Jupiter kind of as kind of royal as well. But anyway, spiritual growth and expansion. The sun, radiance, vitality. The earth, grounding, healing. Neptune, psychic abilities, outer dimensional perceptions. Right? Oh yeah, I got my spine activated and my pineal gland activated. I've already been detoxing like crazy though. Ozone treatment, Go-To Cola, Shilajit, advanced TRS. It's like nano zeolite particles that can actually cross the blood-brain barrier. 5G, interestingly, which came out at the same time as the shot in 2020. 5G opens up the blood-brain barrier. Why do they want that opened? Well, what's in the shot? What are they trying to get into your brain to destroy your pineal gland? Yeah. I'm not rambling. It's all relevant, all right? I'm a little tired, but this was an important video to make. Definitely a lot of powerful energy going on today and lately in general with the Schumann resonance and the what's it called? The solar flares, right? Solar windstorms, all that. So the planet is going through its natural ascension process. It's not overnight. It's little by little by little. If it did it all overnight, it would fry all of our nervous systems, and that's not good for anyone, right? What else did I come on here to say? I figured out who I am to some extent. I don't know if I should even put this online, but oh right, I'm probably only gonna get like 15 people that watch this video and maybe 3 of them that watch to the end. So like, yeah, fuck it. I'm just gonna start a new YouTube channel, man. You know, I'll just start a new channel. Just start a new. Anyway. What was I saying? Oh, right, who I am. Starseed. Starseed. I always knew. But it was good to have it confirmed. Like, apparently I have some Arcturian and Pleiadian in my soul. And, oh, some angel too. Like, I'm actually part angel. I got like a hybrid soul thing going on. And then in my DNA and my physical body is 48 strand Emerald Sun DNA. 48 strands. So I was researching that online, and apparently that's an indigo type 1 that carries that, which is the rarest type of indigo. So I'm not actually sure what this means or what all abilities I can potentially have, but it sounds completely badass. Like, I don't want to overinflate my ego, but it sounds like I came here to fucking change the world. And I made a lot of wrong steps. I made a lot of wrong steps on this journey. I got sucked into another cult like 5-6 years ago. I don't even want to name them, but you know, selling psychotronic generators and magic kits, and I don't know what it is, but I guess I'm drawn to men that portray themselves as the source. I have a Jesus complex. Maybe that's my fucking problem. Oh man, yeah. But ultimately, it was just looking outside of myself. I was trying to buy ascension, basically, without actually understanding the ascension is latent in my own DNA and my own soul potential. Now, I did need some external help to put my soul back together and to break the spiritual contracts that were binding my soul, because I didn't currently have that power. I needed the help from someone who already went outside of the matrix. If you'd like to know about this person, you can follow me on Instagram, dragon_source, and I'll tell you more about her and her contact info. If I give you a problem, I'm going to give you a solution. Okay? Otherwise, what the hell, man? Don't just drop a turd in a punch bowl and walk away. Like I see a lot of that online, you know? If you're going to tell people about a problem, make sure there's a solution attached. Okay? It's a general principle I go by. Anyway. Right. What was I talking about? Going within. What does that even mean? To go into the 0 point neutrality within yourself. I can summon the source at will now. I couldn't do that before. Why? Because the soul star contract was blocking me. That was the whole thing. I just wanted a divine communion with the source. And guess what? The source is me. The source is you. The source is in all of us. Sometimes we just need a little bit of help to recognize that and put all of our pieces back together, and maybe some activations. But ultimately, we already have all the tools within ourselves and our soul and our bodies. Our bodies carry divine DNA. It just has to be awakened. All of us, you know? I'm not here to say, oh, NPCs can't do it, although they probably won't, but potential technically still exists for everyone. You know? NCP? Really? The license plate just said NCP for the car that rolled by me. It's just weird. Been a lot of synchronicities lately. Like lots. We just gotta stand in our power and embody our truth. Believe in ourselves. I mean, I know it sounds cliche, but it's like, don't be spending thousands of dollars on courses or activations or Reiki and all this and all that. Find one person that's really, really fucking good at what they do, that can't do what anyone else can do, and then just let them clear the baseline for you so that way you can actually take off. That's it. That's how I did it, you know? And it was just a long path of seeking, because I never gave up, you know? Like, even when I made a bunch of wrong turns, I still learned useful information from it that I'll probably need later in life for my mission. Like, I have a large knowledge base at this point as to the mechanics of how the dark side actually works, right? Which will help me and others be able to clear it. Clearing out the problems. You know what I'm saying? I hope I entertained you. I know my ego is overinflated and unwarranted at times. I don't feel like apologizing for that. It's just where I was at in life, and you guys clicked on my videos, so, you know, it's kind of on you for watching me be that, if it offends you. You know, like, but it's really just about coming into balance within ourselves. Like, I don't actually feel the need to parade around a giant ego anymore, you know? It's like, when you actually know, you know. You don't have to, like, advertise it to the whole world. But I guess there's a part in all of us that wants attention and recognition, and to be able to share our abilities and gifts and knowledge with other people, so it feels like our life is going to a good use, you know? So it's not inherently wrong to have an ego and to share it with the world, but we don't need to put other people down while doing it, you know? I only had 30% of my soul. 30%. The rest of it got lost through various traumas and past lives in the reincarnation loop and the astral plane. And now I'm basically whole. I mean, that's just wild. Like, my aura feels bigger, more powerful, more calm. We all have the potential to go avatar Christ mode. You know, especially those carrying more royal DNA lineages. But we can all do it, you know? We can create the new earth. There's still going to be a lot of resistance, but the resistance will subside in time as the system's power weakens. And it is definitely weakening. I think we can all sense that. I'm not here to give you false hope and tell you the system's going to collapse tomorrow, but I really think that we can build a new paradigm of society in the coming years. I really think that's a possibility now, given all the new energy available to us and given how the system is crumbling. So, to bring it back full circle, we just have to believe in ourselves and get the spiritual baggage, contracts, and karma cleared off of ourselves to wipe the slate clean, so that way our natural innate abilities can come online and our own divine sparks can really rock it, you know? It's time for the actual work to begin now. But it's a better kind of work. It's before the work was done in the darkness, not necessarily knowing, still doubting, not sure of the path we were even on. But now the path is becoming more obvious, more light, more expansive, more exciting, you know? We don't need to learn through suffering. That's another lie of the dark side. We don't need to learn through suffering. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I made a post on Threads about forced reincarnation and how to escape that trap. I should make a video about it too. You can follow me on Threads, dragon_source. Reincarnation. Yeah, it's no joke. I originally came here just to help. And then I got stuck here, lost, fragmented, forgetting myself, and giving in to the darkness many times. That's how, like, even, I'm not saying this to be egotistical, but even a starseed angelic soul can get stuck here, lost, fragmented, and forget who they are. That's just how dense and dark this planet was, you know, but things are changing. Things are moving in the right direction. So if you feel lost, it's not your fault. This system was designed to do this to all of us. But what's important now is we're coming to the light, you know. And the source has unlimited grace and mercy for its children. If it looks at you as darkness or a foreign invader, then it's going to terminate you. But if it sees you as its child, meaning if you have any kind of divine spark or soul in you, it's okay. Whatever you've done can be forgiven because you are an extension of the source. We all are. Unless you are literally soulless. Which, you know, there are some dark entities like that. Probably the elites. But yeah, that reminds me. The elites, yeah, they need to be... The wind just blew through the crack in my window right when I did that. I don't know if that registered on the camera, but anyway. Yeah, I was beating my head against the wall, walking in circles, perpetuating a lot of negativity and false light for years, actually. And I'm sorry to all of you, but there was always a divine spark in me that was trying to do better, that was trying to see its way out. And I finally see the pathway out. For that, I am grateful, and I'm now sharing that information, that new frequency, that new transmission with all of you. Just do better, you know. If I had one message to leave you with, no matter how far wrong you've gone, you can always go right. You can always do better. Always find your way to freedom. Just don't quit. Just don't quit. The divine spark is eternal. The source is eternal. The source doesn't even know the meaning of the word quit. It just is infinite. And we're all extensions of it. We're just fingers of it, you know? And our egos and the constrictive mechanisms of our society make it hard to see that sometimes. But it's like when you actually get into your heart and commune with like-minded people, then you can really start to feel it like, oh, it's really just like one divine presence here. And it's just like exchanging energy through different vessels. You know, I don't know if you've ever had that experience, but it's really cool. You can see that on ayahuasca or mushrooms too, how everything is really just like a wave of energy. It's really cool. You know, I always kind of felt like I was a king inside. It's really cool to have that confirmed by actual psychics. I'm not saying this to be egotistical, but it's like, you know, the amount of doubt they put in me as a kid, like they kind of beat that idea out of my subconscious. Like I always kind of felt like I was here to lead, and they just kind of, it got suppressed and pushed down, and I got like punished when I tried to do that. So it's like, that's just how the system is set up, is to chastise the strong and the people that can actually break the system. It's the same archetype. It's the same story. Like all the spiritual seekers, it's like the same story playing out in different forms. You know, misunderstood, black sheep, chastised, punished. If you're really powerful, maybe even gang stalked or messed with by the government, you know, just to try to suppress your message and your light. But that whole system, that whole archontic infrastructure is collapsing. I mean, the archons themselves have more or less been exterminated, from my understanding of watching Alabar Jones videos. Alabar Jones is a real G fighting for humanity. Like, that guy's legit. Check out his YouTube channel if you really want to know what's going on, you know, on the spiritual frontiers. I signed up for his course. I'm excited for that. You know, learn the mechanics of spiritual abilities. You know, I'm like mechanically minded, so I like to know the actual physics and science of how shit works. Both my parents were engineers. Maybe that's where it comes from. I don't know. Is there anything else that's important to say? Just love yourself, you know? Just love yourself. Just love yourself, you know? Oof. Just choose gratitude, choose miracles, and choose to do and be better. Because you can. Why not? That's how we're going to create the new earth. So if you want to continue to follow me on my journey, you can follow me on Threads or Instagram at dragon_source. I really hope that I inspired you or gave something of value to you. If so, please let me know. Drop a comment. You can also donate. I can put a link here in my in the description if you want to give back for any information or value that I've given you. Much love. Peace.